Yo, what up? Hello, fellow microplastic enthusiasts. I am here for a new video series that I'm going to start doing. This is called Warhammer Current Events, and I'm doing it because people keep asking me on stream, yo, have you seen this preview? Have you seen that preview? And I used to be able to be like, oh yeah, I saw that, that was cool. But now I'm sitting around and I'm like, dude, I haven't looked at anything for like a month Warhammer wise. I haven't been watching the previews. I've been seeing the odd snippets on Instagram, but I haven't actually been checking the articles. So my plan here is every week I'm going to review all the articles for the last week on Warhammer Community, brush up my own knowledge, and then maybe just do a little bit of a reaction to it. I might do it live at some point, but for now I'm just recording it because I'm trying to do it all in one take. And honestly, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. There's probably going to be some stitches in this one, but that's all good. So, starting off, we're going back to the beginning of the Las Vegas Open. I'm going to go back a little ways because I was going to do a week, but that puts us at like the 19th, and it went from like the Las Vegas Open to here. It's looking like it is going to be Eldar. We were talking space elves for pretty much the entire week, except for this stuff. I'm not going to watch the preview show. That's like 45 minutes, and they're going to have the lore guy in there. He's going to be talking around like 25 minutes, talking about like the detailed history of every model they reveal. And realistically, nobody's got time to watch all that. So let's start with Barrow Kingdoms Rise to Serve the Soulblight Gravelords. Yo, this looks cool. I'm not going to watch the videos. I'm just going to read the articles and look at the pictures. My attention span is not that good. And we don't have the budget to record video anyway, honestly. I spent the whole budget on Warhammer. So, production budget's gone. Okay, Relics, Age of Myth, Barrow Kingdoms, Nagash Vision, Feudal Kingdoms. Only when the call to war is sounded do these kingdoms... Oh my god, I can't even read this. Okay, let me set up here. Break from their thankless tasks, metal scraping against bone as they march. Very cool. Death Rattle, new book, new army set. This guy's cool. I like the Crescent Moon Axe. This is going to be like a good... you know what? I like the skeleton guy. I like the axe. I don't know if Games Workshop has ever sculpted a good horse. A good bone horse. They're doing better horses with the Cities of Sigmar, but these skeleton horses, they never quite got it right. You know, this is like the same kind of sculpting they do in the 90s. They got like the blocky tubular bones that don't actually look like bones. I don't know what these are supposed to be, but I don't think they're bones. Anyway, cool. I like the way it's based. I like the pose in general. And I like the weapon and the armor. That shield is absolutely sick. Very much enjoyed the shield there. That's a cool shape. Cool little spikes on the edge. Nice runes. Whoever painted this one did a pretty good job. I've seen lately they've been like phoning in some of their paint jobs, especially with the Stormcast. The Skaven type box, whoever painted the Stormcast, like don't get me wrong, the heavy metal team, the great painters, but whoever painted the Stormcast for the Skaven type box, they were doing that on overtime or something because I've seen better box art. This guy has a broom on his head, or some kind of feather duster or something, and like this, like they stuck a broom to the front of his horse too. The gems are really well painted. That looks really nice. Again, same problem that I always have with the skeleton horses. They're just strange looking, and in a way that is like unsettling that I can't quite put my finger on. But other than that, pretty cool. Is this the same model? No. The base is the same. Is it? Yeah. It's the same base, but the model is not the same. It must be like a named hero versus a generic hero or something. These are cool. I like the Batwing helmets. Kind of like they look like the vampire type theme. Very good banner. They look kind of like blocky though. I don't know why. The fabric, it almost looks like a resin model or something. I'm sure this is all plastic, but like the banner is looking a little bit blocky there. I'm not sure if that's just a photo they took. I like the armor. It's almost like a throwback to like the Stormcast armor. The hip plates kind of look like Stormcast armor there. Cool little pitted weapons and stuff. The freehand on this banner is nice. The paint job is good. They're doing a real good job with the paint jobs for these ones. No complaints there. The leather drum. Oh, that is a nice leather texture they got there. I'm digging that. Big time. else do we have here? Just a bunch more poses. Pretty neat weapons. More of the same, realistically. Knights, same thing. Cool. I always like lances. Whenever you can put a guy on a horse with a lance, I'm usually there for it. Again, I'm not gonna. It's like I feel like I'm just like harping on the same thing. But man, they gotta get someone that knows how to sculpt a horse skeleton. I've never seen a horse skeleton, so I can't actually say that this isn't what it looks like. But based on my assumption about what regular skeletons look like, I feel like this is not it. We'll see. Maybe I'll look it up after this. Horn. Big horn. Large horn. Very cool. Another banner. This banner looks better than the other one on the infantry. And a book. Soulblight Graveyards. Oh, and this guy. I've seen pictures of this one on Instagram. This thing is absolutely disgusting. I love this. This is such a cool model. It's like big. It's wide. It's angry. Look at that. Look how wide his mouth is open. I think it's crazy. The vampire is angry. The paint job is immaculate. This one, they put all the money into this. The whole R&D budget went into this for the entire year. We're getting crappy models for the rest of the year because of this one model here. 100%. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that thing's nice. That's real nice. I like it. Soulblight players are getting some real nice models this year. This I really like the Vampire Knights, Blood Knights, Vampire Heroes, but I really like once you've seen a couple of them, you've really seen pretty much all of them. See the Vampire Horse, look at that. Way better than the skeleton horses. They should go with more of this, more like slightly skin covered, but it's still kind of rotten and undead looking. Much, much better. There's the army. There's like the scuffed book for us poors over here that spent all our money on models. And a novel that I will not read because of my general illiteracy. Very cool. Alright, Soulblight, done. Back. Hit load more. Completely re-navigate the entire website here. I gotta start opening these in like a new tab every time. So, what's next? Minka Lesk Malaneth Witchblade. Witchblade. Is this Sigmar? No. Oh, okay. This is some kind of Imperial Guard. Cool. Cadians. Very cool. Immaculate paint job. Excellent banner. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that banner painting, man. That's crazy. Everything else is kind of just standard Games Workshop painting. Cool sculpts. I like the burned face guy. These are just like book characters or something. That's a little bit like doughy or something. I don't know what's going on here. I'm not gonna look too hard into it. Is that the character it's supposed to be? All right. Back to the drawing board with this one. Come on. This one could be saved with a better paint job, I think. I don't know what is going on here though. Oh, whoops, that's like, oh, okay, it'll settle down. I didn't know what that was. I just clicked on it because I assumed it would zoom it in. All right. I'm going to just skip past that one. Wait, do I have the LVO? All right, Old World. I don't play Old World, but I remember Old World when I was 10 years old and buying Space Marines for the first time. I remember Warhammer Fantasy Battles. I remember the Green Knight having the coolest paint job of any model I ever seen. Elves. I always like the elves in this. The problem I have with the Old World is like the new models look really good, but then you're putting them alongside these like 1995 sculpts. These have got to be new because they could never sculpt a horse this good back in the 90s. There's no shot, right? Are they new? These have to be new. New kit, heavily influenced. Yeah. Those are cool. I like those. I really like the old high elves. Now this, I mean, this is obviously an ancient sculpt, but still classic, you know. Phoenix, old sculpt, seen it. Still cool. Nice paint job. This is like 2003 or something, maybe. I don't know what year. Ooh, look at those faces, man. They were struggling with the elf facial features back then. Look Look at that, dude. They got like it's like the Michael Hearn angle here or something. That's very strange. That's kind of cool. A lot of the old world stuff, I think they release it in resin. I haven't bought a single piece of old world stuff. But I think a lot of them are resin. These are old kits. I remember these. I remember all these. All these ones I remember from when I was a kid. This, I don't know. This could be new. These have to be old. Yeah, these are all old re-releases, right? Metal kits. Oh. There's another reason I don't do the old world. If you worked with metal models in the past, you know, it's it's not worth it. It could be the nicest model in the world, and it's not worth like accidentally bumping your model while you're painting it and having every piece just disintegrate in your hands and having to totally reassemble it mid-paint job. All right, well, there's the elves. Elves are pretty cool too. Classic. Not much to say about these old models. Like, I feel like a lot of this stuff we've just seen before. I think I'll skip armies on parade. I'm mostly going through like fruit fly. Jesus, right in my face. Skip the old stuff. Skip. We're doing it in one take. I've been totally derailed. Train of thought, recalculating. Okay, I'm gonna skip a lot of the stuff that's like random lore and art stuff and mostly just do the news and reveals. Let's go Ash Wastes here. Ash Waste looks cool. Necromunda. I've never played, never bought a single Necromunda model in my life, but I like all of the Necromunda models I see. These things are wicked. They're always cool. Whatever they're just like strange, weird, off-brand 40K style stuff. Just like insanely cool. Pretty much everything. Like, look at this. Like weird, like Tusken Raider sort of looking guys. Weird, like crab claw spears and stuff. Strange tanks and stuff. You know, this is gonna be us in 10 years. Pillaging our way across the Great Albertan Wastes. You know, after the tariffs hit. Very cool though. Nice paint job. Ooh, centipedes. I like me some centipedes. Excellent. Parts, cool. Book, cool. Can't read, so that's fine. Let's skip on past that. Odd, strange terrain. Yes. Very cool. Is this a real terrain piece? This thing looks massive. How tall is this? Or is this just a display? Observation post. Yeah, this looks like... Whoa. I didn't know they made terrain that tall. That looks like it would be a nightmare to like transport to your actual games. I don't know what you even do with that. But I'm here for it. That's cool. Ashways, done. Blind Bray Shaman. And let's just open a few of these. I'm going to fire these all open so I can just skip through them real quick. Oh yeah, and then we're getting into like, okay, Saturday pre-orders. Let's do it. Next week, Eldar. Here's like 15 articles about the same Eldar. So I'm going to go... Okay. Return to Cadia. I probably won't watch if it's a trailer. 8 powerful detachments. I don't know rules because I don't play 40k, so I'm going to skip rules. AdMech here for 30k AdMech. I'm happy. I want to look at the pictures in this one, even though it's rules, so I'm not going to comment on the rules. Phoenix Lords and Aspen Warriors. I'll watch that painted by like various, I don't know, like Instagram people or something. And Saturday pre-orders and Sunday preview. Okay, here's the rest of our articles. I'm going to fly through these. What do we got here? Bray Shaman. This is Old World again. Beastmen? Okay, so they are not completely sacrificing the Beastmen into the ether. They're actually redesigning them and making them like 10 times cooler than they were in Age of Sigmar and just re-releasing them in the Old World. Okay, very nice. This is a great look for Beastman. Look at this like creepy little guy. This is so cool. I would buy this just for this little guy on the stump. That's so like weird little skull helmet, broken horn, like spooky shaman. What the hell? I might have to pick this one up just to paint it, just for fun, honestly. How many more? One, two more to come. 1, 2 Beastman, Wood Elf, and leaving it open for something else, I guess. All right, well that's just one model, so I like that, honestly. These things, I love these things. I don't know why. I'm not like I like dreadnoughts. I think dreadnoughts are cool, but dreadnoughts are kind of played out. These things, however, I don't know why. There's just something strange about them that I like. And they're like an odd dreadnought, and they're just so cool. I've seen like not specifically this one. This is just like a new one, but these like big AdMech Walker robots. Oh, I love them. More? Hell yeah. Same old red paint job, but you know what? That's sick. I love it. It's got like a big funny punching fist with like little spikes on the end. It's like a big meat tenderizer. My man's gonna be out there tenderizing the hell out of some Chaos Daemons or something like that. Very good. Alright. Nurgle coughs up. Oh, Nurgle coughs up a new Lord of Poxes. Very good. Nurgle, Space Marine. Nice sword. The sword is the best part of this, and the backpack. I really like it. Everything else looks like a regular Chaos Space Marine, like a regular Plague Bearer or whatever, or Death Guard, right? Death Guard, yeah, Death Guard. But the big backpack with the fans and the cool big sword. This is cool. This is a nice sword. You could take this and put this on something else. You take this sword and you put it on a Lord Terminus or something like that. You'd have like a really cool conversion. What do we got next? Coming next. What's next? Salamandars. Something Chaos. Black Templars or something? I don't know Space Marines that well. It looks like Grey Knights over here. That's definitely the Grey Knights for sure. Huh. Very neat. Alright. Slanesh. Now this is the one that I was like super hyped for. I saw these ones going up on Instagram, but I didn't look at the whole article. But oh my god, I was an Emperor's Children enthusiast, collector, gamer back when I was a teenager. I got a lot of old Emperor's Children, and then I started Warhammer again. Like I took like 15 years off, and then I started again 2 years ago. And I looked on the website. I'm like, time for me to pick up some Emperor's Children. And then I was like, oh wait, it's the same models they were selling in 2006. They haven't updated them. And then I saw online that they were thinking of updating them, but then I ended up having to wait 2 years, and then here's the update. And now the update is out. I spent all my money on Age of Sigmar. Now I can't afford them, but that's totally fine. One day I'll make a return to 40k, and it'll be with the Emperor's Children here. Fulgrim, I saw the Fulgrim last year. I like this one better. I like the fact that there's less scales, so it probably wouldn't take like 8 months to paint. It would still take a long time to paint. The thing looks huge. Look at the size of those wings. I also like that it's in plastic and not resin, because I pretty much just refuse to work in resin because it's so freaking annoying. I don't know what it would take for me to buy a resin model in this day and age, but I've just been generally avoiding resin. Cool though, really cool. Similar pose, similar sort of angle here, just plastic instead and less scales, which is nice. And we have got Lucius the Eternal here, looking very cool. Nice sculpt, really updated, looking modern. He's looking big, he is looking thick, he's looking solid, he's looking tight. He's got that whip, classic Lucius, nice sword, scarred up face, and all these weird bottles. I don't remember if he had these before, but I like it. It's good. I think I would like a brighter paint job. That's just me personally. I like the bright pinks and all like the purples and pinks and stuff that you get in Emperor's Children. My mic. I hope this is loud enough. My mic's pretty far away from my face. What do we got next? Ooh. Let me just read. I'm trying to skip the text, because if I do the text, it's going to take me like 4 hours. I'm already just like ranting and like spitting all over my microphone. The reason I'm doing this in one take is because I tend to rant and just talk just to hear the sound of my own voice. So If I do it in one take, then I got to be somewhat concise, maybe. These are like just Slaanesh Chaos Lords. Very cool. Is this the same kit? No, right? Or is it? They're all standing on the rock. Is Lucius standing on a rock? No, Lucius is standing on a bigger rock. His tactical rock is slightly larger, so about that. Damn, they got a lot of cool little details and like cool little components. Like this is gonna be a really customizable kit by the looks of it. You got Power Fist, you got a whip, you got like that hand flamer or hand noise weapon or something. Lots of different posing options, cool faces. Oh, I love it. Are these raptors? Is this a Noise Marine raptor? No, it's not. It's a Lord Cacophonist. Lords exultant fight with their swords and minds. Cacophonist expertly orchestrate an overwhelming tirade of sonic destruction. Excellent. Okay, so this is a noise weapon. This is a handheld noise pistol of some kind, and this looks like an old blast, or not blastmaster, doom siren kind of. Hell yeah. I like the look. I like these like little side face things. This was always like the classic Emperor's Children look right here, but much more modernized. It's like a pipe organ. That's so cool. All right, what else? Oh, Noise Marines. This is what I've been waiting for like 15 years. Updated Noise Marines. Look how cool these things are. I like that the guns are a little more consistent looking. Before they had like the long ones, and then they had the really short, stocky ones. And I'm pretty sure they were different weapons with different stats. And I'm assuming that these will all just be some kind of single noise weapon profile now, which would be cool. I like that they all have little like noise backpacks. He's got an actual noise pistol instead of just giving him a bolt pistol like the old ones had. Nice Slaaneshi details. Very good. Pretty good paint job. I would do more pink and less black if I were doing this. I always like the almost pure pink with just a thin black or metallic trim when I did mine, but that's just me. I think the mixed armor plating is cool too, though. Ooh. Now these are big boys. What are these, Chosen? Experience collecting infractors. Okay, so this is like a melee, elite melee unit or something. Bro, these boys are like ab maxing over here. Look at this. These guys got like the 80s crop top look going on here. Absolutely shredded to the bone, and they were showing it off. Forget protecting those vital organs. Cool models though. That one's face is a little bit weird there. I feel like if they had like some like helmeted options, I just generally prefer helmets, but that's just me. And these are just like regular. Okay, and these are Tormentors. Okay, they all have unique names. I thought these were just going to be like some sort of tactical Chaos Marine, this is what they look like to me, so I'm going to assume that this is like a standard infantry unit. Really cool. Cool unique heads, cool Slaanesh details, all sorts of stuff like that. Look good as a unit. It's a 5-man unit, looks like it. And Battle Force, book, cards, decals. Don't know how much that's going to cost. Probably quite a bit though. Alright, well, that was a really long article with a lot of stuff being previewed. We got more Old World. Oh, these are pre-orders. Okay, I've seen some of these. These are the Empire ones. These got revealed a while back, I think. Back before I stopped like checking the Warhammer news. Empire State Troops. These are old. These are ancient, right? Except plastic. Are these old? Yeah, these are old models for sure. State Missile Troops. These are like riflemen. Archers. You can tell these are old just because of the bows. The bows are just these like chunky plastic bows, and they don't have any strings or anything. And also the way they sculpted beards back then was like so strange. Very cool. That's all hand sculpted stuff, not 3D sculpted for sure. I always love these models. I think if I ever did get Old World, I'd probably get Empire. Just because I like the general look and feel. I like the vibes of the army here. I like the steam tanks. I especially like the, let's see if we get to them. Captain of the Empire, that's a cool model. The feather's a little bit weird. The warrior priests. So this is a blocky model. Is that a new one? Nope, this is an old metal mini. You ain't gonna catch me with metal miniatures ever again, except for the ones that I already have. These are real classic. I remember these. It's so strange. Why is the arrow on top now? Ah, you know what? They're cool though. I like these old ones. All right, Warrior Priest. Now, Warrior Priest. I love the Warrior Priest. I remember in my mind, in my brain, I have a clear image of these being like the coolest models ever. Like, I love these things when I was a kid. So, oh my god, Warrior Priests, they're so cool. They got the hammers, they got the books, they got the armor. They're basically like what Stormcasts are now, but then looking at these models now, these sculpts were not that clean. Like, don't get me wrong, they got that old school charm, but man, if they ever did an update, they could do such a sick job of these guys. If they ever updated them, I think a lot of my impression of these came from the Age of Reckoning MMO that came out like 2007. I was playing that game like crazy, and I was like, oh yeah, the Warrior Priest is so cool. And then looking at the actual sculpts themselves, they're not as good as I remember them. It's mostly nostalgia at this point, but still, I would buy these just for the nostalgia. This one especially, I like this one with the two-handed mace. He's cool. He looks like the orc from Lord of the Rings. The one that gets squished by the... Oh, no, not gets squished by the orc. He's the ugly orc, the one with his face all cut up. This is a new sculpt. This is really cool. The face sculpt is good. The mustache is good. The helmet is really nice. The robes look like Cities of Sigmar sculpting. I wonder if they pulled over some AOS sculptors for this. I don't know how Games Workshop actually works, but this looks like some AOS sculpting here. Oh my god. Chaos. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Big fur. Big armor. Big flail. Skulls. Spikes. The works. It's got everything. This... They did their best with this. They were trying. They worked within the confines of the technology that they had at the time. Kind of neat looking at it like this. It's like a good paint job, and it's really, the paint job's carrying hard, but man, whew, it's an old sculpt. That's an old sculpt, that's for sure. What else we got here? Burlock Dammonson. Okay, old dwarves. You don't need to say much more about these like old dwarves. Unless it's a new one. Forge World Resin. No, this has got to be an old sculpt. Garrodeo Dreadnought. Boreas configuration. I like this Dreadnought. I like the weird janky looking Dreadnoughts. I think the standard Dreadnought, I've been seeing them for like freaking 15, 20 years now. Over 25 years now or something like that. And they're just like, I don't know, the standard Dreadnoughts have kind of worn off on me a little bit. Whereas these ones, these are like a cool, weird looking Dreadnought. They're like blocky. They got these like extra long legs. They got big missiles and big, weird, strange weapons and stuff. I like the odd stuff. I like them. I think a lot of people don't like them from what I've seen online, but overall, I'm a fan. This looks like just a different weapon configuration, but is what it is, right? That's cool. Star Wars, something from Star Wars just found its way in here. Cool. Steam tank, 30k steam tank with a cow catcher, not bad. Blood Bowl. I can never get into Blood Bowl. I know the people that are into Blood Bowl are really into it, and like I think like I see the models, I'm like, oh, they're cute. Like I saw the gnomes with the goose. I thought the gnomes with the goose. I thought that was a really cute set, and I really like that unit. But I could never really get into Blood Bowl. The whole football theme is just like not my thing. A lot of books, a lot of reading. Sure wish I could do that. All right, Eldar. Now we cut this off, and we cut this off here, and we have what they actually are, which is Eldar. Right? I'm assuming Eldar was too hard to copyright or something, so they went with Eldari, so that it was easier to copyright. We are getting through it though. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. Eldar have been in need of an update for a very long time. a very, very long time. And I don't know how old their models were. A lot of their models, especially like the aspect warriors and stuff like that, they were like freaking ancient though. I'm pretty sure they've been using the same models since the 90s. Lycus the Whispering Web. This guy's a warp spider. This is cool. I like the sword. I like the pose. I like these like jumping out of this like teleport thing. And I actually, just about everything about this model is sick. The only thing that bothers me is when they do these weird energy web effects. Like I see this a lot on the Necrons, and they never look quite right. One, they look annoying to paint, and two, like they just never look like I know what the intent is, but they just never look like I think the sculptor intended. I think if this guy was just crouched on the pillar, and I have my own thoughts on tactical pillars. I'm not a fan of tactical pillars either. But if he was just crouched on the pillar, like he was just chilling or something, just like crouched there all like limber and stuff, I think it would have done better than this like strange warping thing. Would just come off a little better. That might just be the picture though, honestly. Sometimes a lot of models look way better in person than they do in the pictures. Warp spiders, cool. They look like the old ones. This is actually a really good rework. They look a lot like the old ones, but just newer, nicer, better sculpted. Cool. Same classic warp spider weapons. I don't know much about the Eldar lore, honestly. I was never like an Eldar collector. I was always like Space Marine and Chaos Space Marine. So I'm not too in touch with the Eldar. This is cool though. Swooping Hawks were always cool models. Baharoth, the Cry of the Wind. He is swooping upwards, but he is swooping. I really wish they would do away with this kind of thing. I talk about this all the time. This is one of my like classic rant talking points, is that the tactical rocks and tactical pillars and like the way that they mount these flying models, it never looks that good. They always look like they're just standing on it, and they never look like they're actually flying. I know flying bases are annoying, but they gotta have a better solution than that. There's gotta be something better, right? Swooping Hawks, just like the old Swooping Hawks, but better. Perfect. I like these little markers. These must be like a deep strike marker or something. I'm not actually sure what these are, but it's cool. Cool. Me like small statue man. Very good. Fwagen, the Burning Lance. Excellent. This is the best one so far of them. Absolutely sick. Cool pose. Cool mount. He's got this like long dong of a cannon here. My man's about to start blasting, dude. Look at this. Looks like just a really well updated version of the old one. I like these like pointy axes. Flames are like a little bit sus, but you can paint around some sus sculpting. It's pretty cool. I really like that. That one's sick. Fire Dragoons, pretty much the same. Good update. Modern sculpts, man. Eldar got like really, really solid updates. The Blood Angels updates, like last month or whatever, were horrendous. They look like they were sculpted in Play-Doh. These are nice. These are really nice. Eldar players are getting lucky. They're getting like the A-team for their sculpts. Asserman, the Hand of Asseryan. I loved the original version of this, and the new one is also excellent. I would like maybe a slightly different face. The face is just a little bit strange, but everything else about this is cool. He's still got these like wrist-mounted guns. He's got the sword. Excellent pose, like absolutely wicked pose. I always like this thing. I forget what it's called. It's like the Greek style, boop, like the helmet dude, like the Sparta thing. Really sick. Good job. It's a wave serpent. It's a wave serpent, yep. It looks about the same. If they didn't say that this was an update, I wouldn't know that it was an update. Maybe it's just upsized or upscaled or something. Oh, it's a rebox. Okay. That's why. So it isn't new. They're just reboxing it. Fair enough. I don't like these very much. Warwalk, I don't know. Not for me. The hooves, like I actually like Wraiths, Eldar Wraiths and Wraith Knights. These are like a little baby carrier thing. It's kind of like that same vibe that Grey Knight, the Dread Knight has, but these look even stranger than the Dread Knight. Yeah, not for me. Warhammer and Bolter. I don't watch any of the Warhammer TV stuff. I'm not a big subscription service kind of guy. I am more of a Putlocker / 123 movies kind of guy myself here. Acadia, Warhammer TV. Nothing of note. What is this? Admech. Heresy Admech. I like Admech. That's another army that if I had like unlimited funds and unlimited time, I would be interested in painting. This is just a single model. I think it's cool. It's got that sort of like old school heresy vibe. The weird like probe thing is a little bit odd. I don't know if this is a new model or a Imperious. This must be a new model, a new reveal. I like the shield. The probe is a little bit weird. I don't know what he's probing or why he's probing, but it doesn't really look like a weapon to me. The skull, pretty cool, and the armor plates. I really like the armor, and the armor's cool. This is like a good vibe for AdMech, like armored AdMech units. I think they should make like actual units like this. Maybe he's probing the Titans. It says Titan legions go to war. They bring with them. Is this a Titan probe? Who knows? Tell me in the comments below if you know what that probe is for. Oh god, that's too much text. Okay. Inari and Harlequins. I like Harlequins. Harlequins look like a nightmare to paint. Just all the freehand is too much. This is rules, so I'm going to skip past him. I don't know how that translates, but sure. Phoenix Lords and Aspect Warriors. Okay, these are just paint jobs. I like this. I like the paint jobs. Nice paint job. Nice blending. Nice non-metallic metal. The dry brushing is a little bit weird on this. See, this is what I say. Like, this can be like really well painted. This like warp splash. I think this base is actually really. This guy, I don't know who like a lot of these people are because I don't really like spend that much time on Instagram looking at other people's paint jobs. But whatever's going on, like the sculpt here, it makes it. It just never looks quite right. Like it can be really well painted and it'll never look like he's jumping out of like an energy web or something, or he's teleporting in or something. There's just something off about these like energy sculpts that they do. However, this is like just great basing. The rocks are like cool. They look like little like hoodoo things, you know? You see them in like Badlands sort of things. Like little rock towers. Really cool basing. Really cool paint job. Nice highlighting and blending. Where's the arrow? They keep moving this arrow around. A lot darker. Eyes are very cool. Pretty nice. True metallics, which I like. I'm a true metallics enthusiast myself. I can appreciate some good non-metallic metal, but I've done both, and I think I've always preferred painting through metallics. Same issue. This just they're never going to fix this. They need a different sculpt or something, or they need to stop trying to do this kind of sculpt. I'm not going to harp on that anymore. I like the gray. The gray is nice. Non-metallic metal sword. Nice. Oh, Tabletop Titans. That looks familiar, but I don't know who that is. Goonhammer TV. I see a lot of names look familiar because I spend a lot of time just browsing YouTube, but I don't actually like. I see like channel names like, oh, that sounds really familiar, but I can't put it into my brain and picture it what it is. This is sort of a classic Warp Spider color here. The orange is cool. Highlight. The sword looks like it was painted a little bit quickly, but overall highlights are looking nice. Everything's in the right place. Good paint job. Another good paint job. Green is a good color for that sword. Very good color for the sword. I like all the grass on the basing. Yeah. Good highlight placement. What else we got? Tabletop Tactics. This is a really nice paint job. I like the non-metallics there. The highlighting is really clean. This is about as close as I've seen to this warp stuff actually looking like it was intended. That's like really, really, really well painted down here. The OSL and stuff like that, really nice. Hey, my man, more true metallics. Let's go. Cool paint job. Also good, but I think like the OSL looks a little strong for me there. I like to go a little lighter on the OSL. I like the pink. I like the pink spiders. This is gonna take a long time. There's a lot of these. I'm gonna kind of just skip through them now. Cool red. Cool, nice non-metallics on the sword. Good highlights. Nice bright colors on the shoulders. Very cool. Oh my god, do I have to go through all these? Okay, maybe this is too much. This is too much. I'm gonna skip through these. I'm gonna tab through them without commenting every single one, unless it's something that really stands out. This is just like excellent OSL, nice flames, really cool, and true metallics. A mix of OSL, non-metallic, and true metallics. That's really cool. I should start mixing in little bits of non-metallic metal. Oh my god. Oh, this one I recognize right here. El Miniaturista. This guy's an absolute beast. This guy's a monster. You can spot this guy's style just from you see them all. You're like, okay, yeah. I've seen those paint jobs before. This guy's an absolute machine. Actually, really nice. Wow. Really nice highlighting here. I don't know what tabletop tactics I never watched before, but very cool. Cool OSL. Nice solid paint job there. Yo, we got another ab maxer here. Look at the ab plates on this. My dude is cranked. He's been hitting that like those hanging leg raises or something. That's crazy, dude. A lot of nice paint jobs, red and blue. I like this color. It's good. It's like an off gold, like a purplish, orangish gold. Phoenixes. Bright. I like orange. Orange is one of my favorite colors. Very bright, very nice. Also very bright. Yo, cool wings. Not my favorite choice of colors on the wings. Just a personal preference thing, but it looks nice. Is this like subscriptions? Are these like or sorry, not subscriptions, like fan paint jobs and like pro paint jobs? Because it seems like they could do like one which is like these are like decent paint jobs, and these ones are like legitimate pros. Like Richard Gray is a famous painter. That's a name I recognize, and that is like absolutely disgusting. That's such a good paint job. That's crazy. I could never paint anything that good. Holy. Notley. I've seen this guy. This guy does a little painting. Does like painting tutorial cards on Instagram, I think. He's always got some cool color combos and stuff. Siege Studios I've seen before. Did they do the box art? This looks like the box art paint job. Unless it's just so close. It looks exactly like the box art paint job. Anyway, a bunch of cool paint jobs. Very nice. And the pre-order. Asserman. Everything. All the Eldar. What are the prices like here? $55 dues, $55 Renos here, Canadian, huh? Pretty pricey for one model, but it is a cool model, so I can see it. I'm assuming they'll all be like that, standard store prices. I don't know enough about the prices. I just buy the stuff that I want to buy. Oh, Gits alert. Git Mob Army set. Yes, I saw these when they got previewed. Very cool. I saw these when they got previewed. Almost definitely going to be buying these. I I really like the Gits warbands, the Underworld's warbands. I've got two of them. This will be my third, I think, when I eventually buy it. So cool. Always like fun. Very cute. I like the little moon themes. Squigs, Trogoths. Can you really go wrong with Gloomspite Gits? Is there anything that can go wrong with Gloomspite Gits? I don't think so. Rivals deck. Yeah. You have to look at the cards to see what, to make any type of commentary on this. You'd have to go through all the cards. Kind of cool. Ministorum Co-Iron. Is it Necromunda? Yep. Very cool. Almost like, that's like very Japanese. And then this is like a kind of like a Catholic type angle. Like they're like bishops or something. Not bad. Servo Skulls, Butchar. This I love. This is absolutely wicked. What is this? Is this still Necromunda? It must be. That's so cool. The face is a little bit Rick and Morty-ish here, but on that guy. But this is absolutely awesome. Big ferryman, large sandworm, made to order. Yep, not gonna be getting any of that. That means resin and or metal and models from 1993. All right, I think that is all we've got here. The rest of this is like lore and stuff like that. I'm mostly trying to review models, review painting, model, hobby-related stuff. I mostly play Underworlds. I'm working on my Age of Sigmar armor, so my knowledge of rules is pretty low unless it comes to Underworlds. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this, I'm probably going to try and do this every week just as a way to keep my own knowledge up. I might start doing it as like a live stream at some point. I'm not sure. It depends. It depends how it goes. If anyone's interested in this kind of content, let me know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you watch this far, if you watch 47 minutes and 22 seconds of this, let me know in the comments and tell me what you thought and tell me if you want to see this again in the future. If you enjoyed it, hit that like and subscribe button or check out my stream or whatever else. I'll leave some links in the card. I stream on YouTube. Yeah, that's everything. I'm out later. Bye.